This is Adam
And Phyllis.
from Alaska Cut the Cord, and today we're doing a little different episode here. It has a lot to do with the shortness of the days that we have here in Alaska. We have a lot more dark than we have daylight. Maybe 7, 8 hours of daylight and a whole lot of dark.
I don't think it's even that much.
Maybe not. I don't know. From 10 to 3, about. So it's a little over 5 to 6 maybe. So it's a lot lower.
Come join us out here.
However, just because it's dark doesn't mean that you don't still have things to do. So one of the things that really facilitates that is headlamps. And we have run the gambit, so to speak, as far as headlamps go. We started off with, I remember the very first one I had, it was one of those real cheap clip-on ones that goes on the bill of a baseball cap. We'll throw a picture up here. Those run off the RS 2032 battery. They were neat. They were the first ones that come out. I think you got it for me for Christmas, honestly.
Probably.
Yeah, and they would provide enough light for about the time for you to walk to the garage and back, and they'd be getting dim. They weren't worth a darn, and we were using that in Wisconsin. Now we have a lot less light, but even back in Wisconsin, we had started to kind of explore that a little bit more because we found out, hey, these are really useful. They really beat holding on to a flashlight.
Going out to get firewood.
Yeah.
You can't hold a flashlight and carry an armload of wood.
No, firewood or taking care of the chickens or moving snow, that sort of thing. So what we've got here is kind of the progression that we have gone through. And I'm not going to lie, I made myself a cheat sheet. So I have the models and the lumens and the price on it. The first one that we bought back home would be this one here. And honestly, I still really like it. I don't think you like it so much with the piece over the top of the head because I have that, yeah. So that kind of messes with you, but this is a Coast FL19291. It's only 145 lumens, and in the back here, it's got a battery pack that holds 3 AAAs.
Yeah, little ones.
3 AAA batteries, and I've used it for ice fishing. It's really nice, and this pivots, so you can kind of get the right angle for when it's on your hat. And the batteries last pretty decent. I'd say maybe 4 hours or so. You're gonna on high. You're gonna get a good charge. It's decent. We still use them. I do like it. And then let's see this next one here.
This one I use.
Yeah, that one we actually like quite a bit. That's a Coast. That is a FL1974. It's 240 lumens, cost about $45 versus the $19 one here, which we really liked. But this one has a couple of different features. The on-off button is right there in the front.
Yeah, it's just one stage.
Yeah, it's just one stage, but in the back of it on the battery pack, show that to the camera.
It dims.
Yep, it's got right back here on the battery pack. It actually has a little deal to change the level of light that you're getting. I thought that was pretty neat, and we do still use that one as well.
So you have it all the way up for going outside.
Yep.
All the way down for reading a book.
Oh,
yes.
And the batteries last according to how much power you're using. So if you have it all the way on bright, you might get 3-4 hours. But if you have it all the way on dim, like Phyllis says, reading a book, it can last you for
a couple days
on the lower power setting. So that one's actually nice because of how it dims. It's not just a bunch of button hits. The next one that we have, this one here, is the Coast FL85. And we bought this one, I think it was when we moved up here, because for some reason our headlamps were packed away. We couldn't find anything. And I don't really like it so much. The batteries are in the housing itself here. The button is kind of a pain in the butt to actuate. because it's kind of, it looks like it's part of the rest of it, but it's softer plastic, so it's molded for that. That one is supposedly 615 lumens and sells for about $45. It's just okay. Doesn't it tilt too?
It does tilt.
Okay, so it tilts to match your angle.
And then it's got 3 settings, but it has one is red. Yeah. One's red. The other one's green. I'm assuming that's for the red doesn't screw up your night vision, and the green is for hunting.
I'm not sure, honestly. It's if I have a whole stack of them, that's the last one I grab. The next one, and we got this last year. I got this for Phyllis because we were going through so many batteries. I mean, we'd buy I don't know, 24 pack of AAA batteries once a month that we were going through in these headlamps. So I thought, let's try the rechargeable. So I got her the Phoenix HM50R 700 lumens. That sells for about $60, though I'm pretty sure I paid more than that for it. And the first time we used that light, I got to tell you, I was absolutely amazed. I snowblowed with it. It's got 3 settings on it. 4.
So we got dim, almost dim, medium, and X-ray.
Yeah, pretty much X-ray vision. And that has a rechargeable battery, which is really nice. We had never done that before, and that was kind of the goal, to get rid of that. The other thing we really liked is the actual headband itself. The headband itself has a strip of really sticky silicone on it, so even in the snow, it'll stick to your hat. It works really good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was totally jealous of her having that headlamp because it just blows the other ones out of the water. So me being me, I had to try to one up that. So I ordered right off of Amazon, I ordered a Phoenix HM70R. Now this one is 1600 lumens, it says. Like, it's a whole lot brighter than this one, but I don't really notice that. It doesn't seem a whole lot brighter. But what it does have is this one came with an extra battery, and it's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and the recharge is pretty simple. This one end unscrews, and it comes with a cord. I think it's a USB to a USB-C.
Yep.
So it plugs in right there, and it recharges through the light, which is really nice. And you have the second battery. So if I can forego using it on nuclear vision for a while, the battery actually lasts for quite a while. And it does have the top strap, which I like, because when I go snow blowing, I can use this because of the battery size for 2 or 3 events, snow events, and it's still bright enough, and it works great. And we use these all the time up here. If you don't have a good headlamp, you're missing out, because it takes another hand to use a flashlight. But we do use a flashlight. Let me grab that one. And the flashlight that we use, I actually paid way too much money through the Matco truck. And this is a stream light. And not only is this rechargeable here, it comes with a charger, it comes with a second battery. And this is unbelievably bright. This is really nice. I really like this flashlight. No more batteries to be just thrown in the garbage and buying new ones once a month. So when we start up the generator to charge up the bank system, we hook all this stuff up. We get it all charged up, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
So,
or if we run out before we need to recharge the big battery, we plug them into the Goal Zero.
Yep. Yep, there's different ways to recharge them, and they're...
or I take them to work.
Yeah, right. Because we are off-grid, which brings to mind, I have one question that was asked by one of our subscribers, and he goes, "Are you guys really off-grid?" He goes, "I'm confused. I thought you were, and then I saw you running a freeze dryer. So are you off-grid or not?" We are 100% off-grid. We actually run the freeze dryer at Phyllis's place of work, and we either pay electricity or trade freeze dryer time, so we let them use it as well, and that kind of pays for it. But yes, we are 100% off grid, and I do appreciate the question because it made sense. Could we run the freeze dryer off grid? In the summer, I would say we would definitely produce more than enough electricity to do that. During the winter, it would mean a whole lot more generator time, and I'm not sure that it would really pay. I haven't done an in-depth study of how many amp hours you use, but in Alaska, that's something that varies wildly. In Wisconsin, an amp hour, 1 kilowatt hour, I guess I should say, is about 6 cents per kilowatt hour. Relatively cheap. I mean, our electric bill was still $300 a month, but we were using a lot of kilowatt hours because I was welding a lot and doing a lot of that, running air compressors. However, in Alaska, it varies wildly. And this is going to be coming up in an upcoming video here. Some places it's 65 cents per kilowatt hour. So people that barely have their lights on are paying bills of $300 a month. So it varies wildly up here. So you really want to pay attention to that before you go on grid. That's what saves us a ton of money here, being off grid. But
well, I just asked you this morning if we were to find a place that was, hooked up to electricity that's not in the flood zone, would we still get solar? And I think we decided that, we would still try to not completely disconnect from the grid, maybe, but try not to use it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, living off grid is different. That's why we have headlamps and stuff instead of 150 yard lights on at one time. So we have to use these, and it works out really good for us. Not to mention something like this is good for hunting. It's good for any of those situations. So, hey, thank you, every one of our subscribers and everybody that comments. Definitely throw something in there and like. It helps us out, helps out the YouTube algorithm, supposedly. And we're getting there. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. This is Adam.
And Phyllis.
From Alaska Cut the Cord.
Love you, bye.